New details today in this week's shooting rampage across the Greater Toronto area that left 2 men dead, including a Toronto police officer. Police say the suspect, who was shot and killed by police, had an extensive criminal record dating back 20 years.
Petrie had an extensive criminal record which includes convictions for assault, armed robbery, carry a concealed weapon, careless storage of a firearm. I can advise that in March 2007, he was placed on the national flagging system after being deemed a high risk to reoffend for an offence which occurred in 2005.
The police are urging anyone with information about 40-year-old Sean Petrie to come forward. They say he had no fixed address and was estranged from his family. Let's now bring in CP24's Steve Ryan, joining us from outside the Peel Police Headquarters in Mississauga, Ontario. Steve, good to see you. What else is the police really sharing about this suspect and his motive?
Well, that's a great question. So we are in Mississauga, which is just west of the city of Toronto. So we know that on the 12th of September, Constable Andrew Hong was fatally shot and killed inside of a Tim Hortons. We were told at the time that he had gone into that Tim Hortons to get lunch before he was ambushed. Now, we had heard an update from Peel Regional Police, who have the jurisdiction of Mississauga here just west of the city of Toronto, and they told us today that investigators now believe that the suspect was out front of that Tim Hortons some 2 hours before the officer was shot. That would make that around 12 p.m. on the 12th of September. They believe that Constable Hong was shot because, in fact, he was a police officer, because he had a gun. And they confirmed what we at CP24 had been reporting throughout this week, and that is that the suspect tried to reach in and get the officer's gun, but he could not do it because of the safety mechanisms that were on the gun. So he made his way west to a auto body shop in Milton, which is just west of Mississauga, where he shot 3 people. He killed one of those 3 people, a former employer of his. He also shot a second person who we're told is on life support right now and is expected to succumb to his injuries as a result of being shot. And as a result of investigative techniques, investigative methods, the police were able to track the suspect just north of Milton in a cemetery where they engaged in a gunfight with him, and they subsequently killed him as a result. All new details today.
Right. Steve, let's also talk about any details that we have on plans for the officer's funeral.
So we were told today by the Peel Regional Police Chief that announcement is going to be happening, expected today, and that's going to be made by Chief James Raymer. He is the Chief of Police in the City of Toronto. So the protocols are that it is his police service, it is his officer that lost his life. So he will make that announcement sometime today, I'm told, in a statement. It is supposed to be happening tentatively, I'm told anyways, on Wednesday. They're looking for a very large venue, of course, and I did hear the old exhibition stadium is one of the places of choice, and or the Air Canada Centre as well. They are the 2 venues that are being considered right now. Tentative date is this coming Wednesday.
Okay, and one last question, Steve, about the other person who has died in this mass shooting that we are talking about. The owner of that auto shop, do we know why was he shot? Is the police investigating that angle? Shakil Ashraf, if I'm not wrong, was the victim here.
Yeah, that's right. So that'll be part of the motive. That'll be part of the investigation to determine why the shooting spree took place out in Halton region. Now, keep in mind, police believe that this suspect, now deceased, was a former employee of that body shop. So that might be part of the motive. But as far as the motive goes here in the city of Mississauga, when Constable Hong was shot, as far as I could tell, as far as what I could read between the lines with the police investigators, he was shot because he was wearing a police uniform and he had a gun on his hip, and the suspect wanted his gun.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. CP24 Steve Ryan in Mississauga, Ontario. I appreciate all those updates, Steve. Thanks for joining us.